of marginal cost lending rate
MCLR.
framework by banks, and that's where I think the whole lending issue
because banks had not moved to MCLR, whether few banks are lending as per MCLR plus, but still it is that PLR only, but only the name is changed, substance is not changed, because MCLR says that the new cost of funding should be given to the new borrower. It's a marginal cost. It should not be based on historical cost of raising the funds. But we had not purely moved in. Few public sector banks are saying MCLR plus loaning, but still in true spirit it is PLR only.
Okay. But that's also because of the fact that when you move into the new system of funding loan, they also have to provide for it in a different way. Now currently the base rate system has a particular way of apportioning capital. We won't go into the technicalities of it, but shortly. But the point is, the banks have a particular way of arranging their capital in the current system. Unless they are clear about the new ones, which Rajan himself talked about, it will not be fair to ask them to move on to that before they have sort of done and dusted with it. But the interesting, there was one issue I thought was very interesting, is that from the next monetary, from the next RBI interest rate setting meeting, would now be a monetary policy committee.
You just, I was going to ask you a question on that. So that is a likelihood. The committee is going to take.
The committee is going to be. So it's not going to be
just the RBI governor.
Even now, the RBI governor doesn't do it actually alone.
Yeah.
There's a team of deputy governors who come into the decision. They discuss it, except that their comments are not published. Now you would have not only them, but also the others who all are appointed by the government, and so that committee will now be giving its opinion, and it will be interesting exercise to see how the markets react to it, how the different ways the policy decisions are evaluated. So it'll be a good learning experience.
So this was more than that, how consensus is achieved in committee.
You think it's a wise idea to go ahead?
It should.
Spreading the things is a wise idea, but how it should not be a more like a political committee where some mindset and another mindset. There should be some consensus on the broad issues. If it got developed, then definitely there will be a benefit of having few peoples of the diverse mindsets in the committee to set the rates.
Well, more than anything, it's Rajan's tenure, which I'm sure is making a lot of headlines. But anyway, on that note, I'll have to wrap this discussion. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me here. Well, in the next half now, we are going to talk about Prime Minister's ongoing visit to the US and India's bid for NSG membership in a few minutes from now. Time for a very quick break in Public Forum.